A MAGA darling just received a sharp warning about her political future. It turns out she's even loathed by her own constituents. Welcome to Occupied Democrats. I'm David Reddish. Bleach blonde, bad-built, butch-bodied Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene is synonymous with the MAGA lunacy, and she's having a rough week, to say the least. Earlier this week, Taylor Greene got in a noisy and embarrassing fight in her role as chairwoman of the DOJ subcommittee, whatever the hell that subcommittee is even supposed to do. The committee was talking about transgender women in sports for some reason, as if that has anything to do with government efficiency, and Greene got into a stunning shouting match with Representative Melanie Stansbury.
The gentlelady's time has expired.
I also want to acknowledge your
gentlelady's time has expired. I now recognize Ms. McClain from Michigan.
Point of order. Allocated time.
You took a minute of my time, wasting my time on a non-point of order. The gentlelady's time has expired. I now recognize
was not running during the
Ms.
point
McClain
of
from Michigan.
order. Your time was not wasted. And to the trans
I now
community,
recognize
we
Ms.
stand
McClain
with you, with the LGBTQ plus community. We stand with you, and you can break my eardrums all you want, Madam Chair, but we stand with the LGBTQ plus community, and you can gavel me till
order. This hearing will come to order. This hearing will come to order.
Madam Chair,
this hearing will come to order.
Madam Chair,
this hearing will come to order. I now recognize
Ms.
McClain from Michigan.
I just have a point of order.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Let me tell you.
Aw, I know a toddler that can bang a hammer like that. He loves pounding his blocks and feeling strong and important. Apparently, some people never grow out of that. No doubt Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to be taking a hammer to her office furniture in the near future once she learns about this new story. Stay with me. Oh, and before we drift too far from that spat with Stansbury, check out how Taylor Greene's congressional nemesis, the Honorable Jasmine Crockett, responded to Marjorie's hammer time.
Now, when we look at how much they are spending on, let's look at fraud. We could investigate whether the White House and the members of this subcommittee engaged in insider trading and market manipulation. Maybe it's a coincidence that the chairwoman brought hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of stock the day before Trump announced a 90-day pause on tariffs. But I guess we'll never know. So finally, let's talk about abuse. Like how the Republicans have let Elon steal data of Americans and his competitors to make himself even richer. Look, don't let these hearings distract you from their destruction. This is rage baiting instead of conducting oversight over the issues that Americans actually care about. And with that, I will yield.
Jasmine just makes me tingle in places. I love it. I also love how Representative Emily Randall has to stifle her laughter as Ms. Crockett's assistant comes out with that giant sign all about Greene's insider trading during Trump's market manipulation. I don't know if that woman has the best job or the worst job in Washington. I think you could make a case either way. And I can't wait to see what Representative Crockett does with this new bit of information about Congresswoman Greene. She's gonna have thoughts. Check this out. Multiple outlets, including The Hill and Newsweek, now report that in a potential Senate race between current Senator Jon Ossoff and Marjorie Taylor Greene, Ossoff wins by a 17-point margin. That news has many Republicans on the Hill spooked, given that the same polls also show Greene would win in a Republican primary. Responding to the poll, Greene said this.
I'm thankful to so many people across the state of Georgia that support me and that are urging me right now. I'll be making a decision pretty soon, but I haven't made one yet. Pretty much any politician polls and explores potential runs, especially when they have the opportunity to do so.
While speaking to reporters on Capitol Hill yesterday, Greene pushed back on skeptics who say that she cannot win statewide. She says the same thing was said about President Trump, who won the state in the 2016 and 2024 presidential elections.
Maybe this is a good time to mention that the GOP has a very slim majority in the Senate. Democrats need to flip 4 seats to secure a majority. If Ossoff retains his seat, the chances of Republican dominance in the Senate drops. Worse, even publicly, some senators worry that Marjorie Taylor Greene entering the Senate fray could drag down other GOP senators, especially given how unpopular Donald Trump and his policies have become. In other words, Greene has her own party running scared, and not for any good reason. It is also worth mentioning that Greene won by a margin much smaller than her Republican colleagues in the 2024 election. A failed Senate run would likely hurt her chance of staying in the House, further jeopardizing Republican control. Senate primaries begin early next year for the 2026 midterms. No doubt Marjorie Taylor Greene will provide us with even more shameful humor by that time. Here's hoping more Democrats join Jasmine Crockett in calling Greene on her nonsense. That will always be thrilling. And now Marjorie Taylor Greene has become a warning to all Republicans. You know, I'm not going to pretend like I'm not enjoying this. This is Occupy Democrats.